Stuck on you. Got this feeling down deep in my soul, man. I just can't lose. Help me out, yes,
He was once the king of love songs. The voice behind Hello, Stuck on You, and Endless Love. Lionel Richie wasn't just a singer. He was a phenomenon. From sold-out stadiums to platinum records, everything he touched turned to gold, until one mistake changed everything. What really happened to Lionel Richie? And how did one decision lead to his sudden fall from the spotlight? Today, we uncover the untold story. The mistake that led to Lionel Richie's downfall. This is Rock Fame Diaries. I'm inviting you to subscribe for more new music icon stories you want to know. Thank you. Let's rewind to the 1970s. Lionel Richie first gained fame as the lead singer of the Commodores, a funky Motown group that gave us hits like Easy, 3 Times a Lady, and Brick House. His unique blend of R&B, pop, and soul instantly stood out. Audiences connected with his smooth voice and heartfelt lyrics. By the early 80s, Lionel went solo. His first album was a success, but it was his second, Can't Slow Down, that made him a global superstar. It sold over 20 million copies worldwide, won the Grammy for Album of the Year, and featured the timeless anthem, All Night Long. For a while, Lionel Richie was unstoppable. Lionel Richie became a household name. He sang for millions. He was invited to perform at the 1984 Olympics closing ceremony. He co-wrote We Are the World with Michael Jackson, raising millions for humanitarian aid. His music crossed boundaries, age, race, and geography. Everyone, from teenagers to grandmothers, knew a Lionel Richie song. He seemed like the perfect star. No scandals, no controversies, just talent and charm. But behind the success, Lionel Richie was struggling. And then came the mistake that would change the course of his life and career. At the height of his fame in the mid-1980s, Lionel Richie made a decision that surprised many. He walked away from music. Yes, walked away. While the public believed it was a break, the truth was deeper and darker. Lionel had been pushing himself for years, non-stop touring, writing, performing. But emotionally, he was collapsing. Behind the scenes, his marriage was crumbling. His father was seriously ill. He was emotionally drained and creatively burned out. Rather than confronting the issues head-on, Lionel made what many consider his biggest mistake. He disappeared. Completely. No music. No public appearances. No new projects. He vanished from the spotlight for nearly a decade. The world moved on. New stars rose. Whitney Houston, George Michael, Madonna. MTV reshaped the industry. The sound of the late 80s and 90s changed dramatically. By the time Lionel Richie tried to make a comeback, he found a completely different music landscape. His 1996 comeback album, Louder Than Words, had some good tracks, but it failed to capture the same magic. It wasn't bad, it was just outdated. The once golden boy of soul pop had become a forgotten name to the new generation. Lionel's decision to step away didn't just hurt his career. It affected him deeply on a personal level. He battled depression during his time away. In interviews, he later admitted he was in a fog and didn't recognize the warning signs of burnout. He was dealing with the death of his father and navigating a messy divorce from his first wife, Brenda Harvey. Tabloids at the time ran shocking headlines when Brenda was arrested for allegedly physically attacking Lionel and his then-girlfriend. It was a scandal that contrasted his clean public image. These emotional wounds lingered for years. The smile on stage hit a man deeply broken inside. Despite the setbacks, Lionel Richie didn't give up. He slowly started re-engaging with music in the late 90s and early 2000s, focusing more on international tours, where he was still adored, especially in Europe and the Middle East. And then came a surprise. Younger generations rediscovered him. Thanks to appearances on TV, and even a new audience discovering his songs through platforms like American Idol, Spotify, and TikTok, Lionel Richie became relevant again, this time as a living legend. And yes, he even became a judge on American Idol, reintroducing himself to Gen Z as the warm, wise, and funny icon he is. So, what was Lionel Richie's mistake? It wasn't taking a break. It was how he took it. Instead of slowing down and seeking help, he vanished without a plan, without closure, and without communicating with fans. In an industry where attention is fleeting, disappearing meant losing relevance. And rebuilding that takes decades, but perhaps that mistake was also his salvation. It gave him time to process pain, grieve, and find himself again. Today, Lionel Richie is not only a Hall of Famer, he's an example of resilience. He made a mistake. He fell. But he got back up. Sometimes, the price of fame is invisible.
Even legends like Lionel Richie are human. His story reminds us that it's okay to pause, but it's never okay to give up. What do you think about Lionel Richie's journey? Did his time away make him stronger in the end? Let us know in the comments below. If you loved this video, hit like, share it, and subscribe for more inspiring stories about music legends. This is Rock Fame Diaries. See you in the next story. God bless.